Hi, my name is Harriet Stinchcombe, and today I'd like to do my book review on Katie Milkman's How to Change, the Science of Getting from Where You Are to Where You Want to Be. So change. Change occurs around us every day in the developing world that we live in and influences who and what we become. This is me as a little girl versus me now. The book How to Change acknowledges how this can be a difficulty and is a unique path for everybody. Katie explores the obstacles that are in our way and identifies different strategies that can be utilised to overcome these. The book explores human nature in its raw form, where we prioritise short-term reward over long-term goals. From this perspective, Katie dives into a world of change and highlights how it is not just a one-time event, but a continuous activity. Katie shares scientifically proven methods to overcome some of the most common barriers, such as impulsivity, procrastination, laziness, and forgetfulness. How to Change is applicable to everybody, not just the people that read it, everybody in society. It is applicable to me and my goal setting. Everybody in society wants to improve themselves, if that be on a personal level or some big milestone, such as me finishing my degree. And change is a key aspect of human life, and it is significantly important in today's changing world in which we live. Katie explores the principles and tactics that we can utilise as individuals to make change that sticks. Whilst reading Katie Milkman's works, the three ideas and teachings that really resonated with me were impulsivity, laziness, and confidence. So firstly, impulsivity. How to Change looks at how we are subject to present bias in our everyday lives. Katie outlines present bias as an individual's tendency to focus on the now, favouring instant gratification and not future rewards. In today's life, we want the easy, the fast, and the enjoyable, and we don't want the slow, the patient, and the boring of the future goals. The book outlines how we need to plan and design environments where we can win, thus helping the planner and not the doer to meet our future goals. Katie uses scientific research from a study provided by the University of Chicago, which found that when people set goals, they normally try and do it in the most effective way possible and just push through it with willpower. However, a small number of people try to make the goals fun and more enjoyable. The study found that those people were able to pursue their goals for longer. Based on this study, Katie suggested a strategy called temptation bundling. This strategy involved combining something that you dislike with something that you like and merging them together to make it an enjoyable experience, such as exercise can be linked with something like Netflix, watching Netflix or listening to your favourite music. Katie's perspective of impulsivity changed how I view pursuing my own goals. The idea of temptation bundling and linking dislikes and likes is a strategy that I'd really like to implement. However, I do believe that not all goals can be achieved with temptation bundling, and that there was a bit of area left out by Katie in that regards. I believe that each individual is unique and each goal is unique. Katie does not take that in consideration with people that have learning disabilities or other challenges that they face, because bundling two things might not be possible for them. Furthermore, I marginally disagree with her perspective with willpower. I do believe that willpower is what drove you to make the goal, and in some cases is a large contributor to attaining it. Secondly, I'd like to focus on laziness. Katie's view of laziness was very different to mine. I viewed laziness as a negative, whereas Katie viewed it as a positive and a byproduct of human beings being efficient creatures. Therefore, the book views laziness as a feature that can be used advantageously. Katie outlines that habits can be used to overcome physical challenges. Katie showcases how habits and laziness can be used to our advantage, such as only stocking the fridge with healthy food when we go shopping as opposed to filling it with junk food. Therefore, when the lazy person goes to the fridge to get a snack, there's only healthy food there, and the lazy thing to do is just eat the healthy food. So in that habit of buying healthy, it overcomes laziness and it can be used to our advantage. Thirdly, confidence. Confidence can be one of the biggest barriers to overcome, because if you don't believe that you're capable of it, you won't even attempt it to begin with. You must believe that it is feasible and attainable for you. Katie highlights that if you don't believe that you can change, then none of the other stuff matters. The book addresses this and confidence building in two ways. Firstly, mindset. The book outlines that nurturing a mindset of growth can assist us to become better and how a fixed mindset can be detrimental. Katie outlines that with a growth mindset, there is no such thing as a failure diagnostics, only a learning opportunity. It is therefore outlined how mindsets can build confidence and not confidence suppressing. Secondly, Katie outlines the importance of being a mentor and how this can improve one's performance. Coaching someone can encourage them and also encourage yourself to be better and to improve. The book did a study where high school students were given 10 minutes to reflect on some study tips and give it to younger students. This actually helped the older students and improved their GPA significantly. Katie brings up some great ideas of confidence building that I haven't considered. I've always believed in having a growth mindset, but the idea of mentoring and taking it a step further is something that I really want to look into a bit more for my confidence building. However, I do think that Katie only focuses on the internal self, and I'd like to criticize the novel for not thinking about external factors that can influence confidence. Confidence is much more than just an internal personal development, but external factors can also play a key role, such as upbringing, education, and financial position. So here are some of the key learnings that I learned whilst reading the book, and I'd lastly like to move on to some practical advice. Firstly, Katie advice is a fantastic building block to start with. However, I do believe that everybody is individual and their needs need to be tailored to them. Just like everybody learns differently, some tactile, some better in a classroom environment, I believe that everybody overcomes their challenges in their own unique ways. Those with disabilities or learning challenges may think and overcome things in a very different way than the stereotypical model. I know that with me, with my dyslexia, I think and comprehend questions and different outcomes in a very different way than somebody without. Secondly, Katie focuses on the internal way an individual can achieve their goal. Whereas this is vastly important that you improve yourself on an individual level and an internal level, I do believe that the book does not consider the external factors that also play a really key role. Different external factors such as upbringing, education, financial position, ethnicity, religious beliefs can all bring in different obstacles, whether they be positive or negative, in our path to achieving our goals. And thirdly, I'd like to outline how some of the antidotes that Katie brought up are fantastic things that can be implemented into our everyday lives. Some might, not all of them will work for you, some of them might, so it's really good to give it a go. As some of the ones that have already been covered, such as temptation bundling, creating good habits, developing more confidence in yourself, Katie further mentions in her books other techniques such as starting goals with a fresh start and using that energy to get you motivated and keep you motivated, using commitment devices to overcome procrastination, and choosing other people around you carefully so that they build you up and they assist you to achieve your goals. I'd like to finish by focusing on that choosing the goal is only 5% of the process, whereas the remaining 95% of the process depends on how you stick with your goal and then achieve it. I'd like to thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you learned something. Thank you.